Hi everybody, foXnoMad here, and today I want to help you travel smarter by reviewing these Jabra Elite 45H headphones, which debuted earlier this year at CES, and I got to try them out then, but now they're out for release. And although they're not a direct successor to the Move, which I reviewed in 2019, they make a lot of improvements on that design, and these 45H really punch above their weight class with some clever design features. The design of the 45H are sleek yet minimal, similar to last year's Move, but you can see they removed these wires here, so it's a really streamlined exterior hardware design. In the box you get the Jabra 45H, a protective case, and USB-C for charging. There are 5 different color combinations available and various accents like titanium black, blue, beige, or these copper black pair here. The 45H are light, weighing 160 grams, and despite them being on-ear headphones, they are reasonably comfortable thanks to the memory foam used on the ear cups. They're covered in PU leather, which is essentially a smooth fake leather which cleans easily and handles skin moisture and grease well. One nice design touch here is the R and the L on both ear cups largely printed, which makes it easy to figure out which way you should wear these headphones. And for me, speaking about these ear cups, the foam is quite comfortable. I don't usually like on-ear headphones. I usually find them uncomfortable over a period of time, but I was able to wear these for about an hour before I had to take them off and sort of readjust. But if you're used to on-ear headphones, they might be a lot more comfortable in your use and at least give you about an hour even if you have sensitive ears. On the exterior, there are 5 total buttons on the right ear cup. These 3 here for volume up, down, pause, play, 1 for voice assistant like Siri or Google Play, and the power button. You've also got this connect to Bluetooth here on the power button, so you just pull that down and wait, and it's going to put it into pairing mode, which is a big improvement on the Move, which makes it much faster and much easier to pair these via Bluetooth to any of your devices. And another big improvement on the Move, and I know I'm comparing it a lot to the Move, and like I said, these aren't the direct successor to those headphones, but there is another big improvement, which is you can turn the ear cups, which you couldn't do on the Move. So the Move were always kind of stuck just like this, which makes it really cumbersome to take this in and out of a backpack or to pack it. It's just a lot easier and more portable if you can turn the ear cups. Now, one strange thing that I noticed is that when you turn the ear cups, which you can only kind of turn them one way, so you can only turn them one way. So if you're wearing these, the ear cups are going to be facing out. So this is the right ear cup, this is the left ear cup. So if you're wearing them, you're going to put them on like this, great. And then when you want to take them off, your natural instinct is to turn these down. Like on other Jabra headphones, when you turn the ear cups down, they're going to turn off most other headphones. But on these, if you want sort of to turn the ear cups, you're going to turn them out like that with the ear cups facing out, which is kind of awkward. I don't know why they made that decision, but at least it's an improvement that you can turn the ear cups, but it would have been a lot better if you could just kind of turn these down towards your body. Oh, and there's no software associated with this turn, so this doesn't turn the headphones off when you turn the ear cups. It's just really to change the physical layout of the headphones, but it doesn't do anything like put the headphones into sleep mode or anything like that, but still nice to have. The 45H feel pretty solid in the hand. They're not IP rated, but Jabra guarantees them for 2 years against rain and dust, so I'll take that as them saying it's solidly weatherproof. Overall, the form factor is pretty sleek of the 45H, although when you put them on, they kind of stick out a little bit awkwardly, at least to me. So they kind of have this weird sort of kind of back-facing ear cups. But otherwise, they're pretty sleek and they're pretty efficient, which Jabra told me is their aim in design in general. They want things to be as minimal but as efficient as possible while still keeping an elegant design. And they've clearly done that with the 45H here. They look a lot more expensive than they are, punching above its weight class in design. Onto the sound, the 45H have passive noise cancelling, which is pretty much just good noise isolation, which means that it's using the physical characteristics of the headphones to block out exterior sounds. It's nothing like active noise cancellation. There's no software being used to cancel out exterior sounds, and it does a really good job of that using these ear foam cups. And I think having that foam here really helps because it creates such a good seal on your ears. And if you're gonna get noise isolating headphones, again, the Jabra 45H are punching above their price class. They're not giving you ANC, they're not giving you active noise cancellation, but the noise isolation here is pretty good. The size of the speakers in the 45H are 40mm. A spec Jabra boasts makes these the biggest speakers on headphones of this class, and they get really loud, like really, really loud. And on the flip side, they get really quiet too, which I like on the lower end when there isn't much ambient noise. Like if I'm working in a quiet room, it's nice to have some background noise without it being too loud or too distracting in some situations. I like to have more flexibility in the quieter ranges, and the 45H delivers here too. And like I mentioned before, the user experience with the 45H is a lot more seamless when it comes to Bluetooth. They connect very quickly. It's easy to have this hardware button to make that connection, and you can connect up to 2 devices at once, which again isn't very common in headphones of this price class. Connections are solid. I've tested this up to 10 meters or 30 feet, and the connection stays relatively strong, so you don't have to worry about that. And if you're worried about watching YouTube videos and seeing a lag between the person talking and the audio, don't have to worry about that when you're using these on Bluetooth because they don't have much lag. It's not noticeable, at least. The battery life too is impressive at 50 hours with a year standby time. All of Jabra's headphones so far have had excellent battery life, and the 45H are no different. You can also fast charge these over USB-C in 15 minutes to give you 10 hours of battery life if you forget to charge them before a long flight. Otherwise, the charge takes about 90 minutes, and you can always check your exact battery status through the Sound Plus app. And speaking of the improved Bluetooth user experience with these headphones, in previous Jabra headphones, you'd have to connect them twice through Bluetooth to get them to work with your mobile device. So you'd have to first connect them to the settings to your phone, and then have to go into the Sound Plus app and then add them there to get them to work. But the 45H are a lot more seamless. You can just connect these to your phone through the Bluetooth settings, and then they're good to go. But you really want to connect them to the Sound Plus app so that you can use the MySound Plus feature. Now, the MySound Plus is another way the 45H cleverly brings some premium sound to mid-range headphones and punches above its weight class. So I debuted the Sound Plus feature earlier in the year at CES, and I made a video about it, which I'll link to up there. But essentially what MySound does is it makes it seem like there are 2 versions of these 45H. Let me explain. So the 2 versions of the 45H, as I would call it, are before MySound Plus and after. When you first put these headphones on, the sound is average, a bit bass heavy, but nothing spectacular. They're still pretty good for the price class, but just really solidly average. But if you get the 45H, you really need to run it through the MySound Plus app. MySound Plus is part of Jabra's Sound Plus app, and I really wish they would just name these apps a lot less confusing. There's too much sound and pluses and all that stuff going on, but anyway, what this does is it combines Jabra's experience in building headsets and hearing aids. MySound works by giving you a hearing test separately for your left ear and right ear, then combined with your age and gender creates a unique sound profile for your specific hearing. When I first tested MySound at CES, I was blown away at the difference. Immediately, the customized sound profile sounded louder, although Jabra assured me the volume hadn't changed. Additionally, there was much more texture to the sound. It was really full, a little bass heavy still with these 45H, but hard to describe without trying it for yourself. But the difference is really like having a new pair of headphones. But one feature I wish Jabra had included was some way in this MySound Plus app to save your profiles. So if you're using these headphones and then you want to share it with somebody else, like if you're taking a trip together or whatever, and you just want somebody else to use it, you have to then delete your sound profile, have them run the test, then they get their sound profile, and then if you want to switch it back to your sound profile, you have to take the hearing test again, which isn't really easy if there's a lot of noise. You want to do that in a quiet place. So hopefully with a firmware update, they could probably implement something like saving user sound profiles. That would be a nice addition to these headphones. Speaking of potential firmware updates or bugs, one thing that I did notice when I was preparing this review was I had these headphones on and they were just sort of silent. They were connected to my laptop, but I was preparing the review and I noticed that it would create this kind of static dead air for about 30 seconds, then silence 30 seconds, and it would seem like it was activated, create dead air again for 30 seconds. And that went on for about 5 minutes. Initially after they were silent for 5 minutes before. Now, I know this isn't a huge deal. You're not going to have these on silently for 5 minutes like I did. I just happened to catch this by accident, but maybe that's a bug that Jabra wants to know about and can be fixed with a potential firmware update. I also did come across what might be another potential bug. So when you're making phone calls, and Jabra is known for their microphones, they've got 2 microphones on the exterior here. Although they're a little bit sensitive, they run a little bit hot. Otherwise, the sound quality is pretty good, especially to the person that's listening to you. But on the flip side, it seems like the microphones are so good that the gain is turned up so high that when you have these headphones on and you're talking to the other person, it can hear your voice that's coming through the headphone speakers, picks it up in the microphone, and you get feedback. And by that feedback, I mean you get a slight delay. You can hear your voice. It sounds slightly robotic, and it's about a half second or maybe even less than that played back. And I had these headphones on pretty quiet. So if you listen to your headphones louder at a louder volume, I think that's going to be more of an issue for you. So hopefully Jabra can fix that with a firmware update. Another firmware update I'd like to see is the tone prompts. So battery medium, battery high, battery low, phone off, phone connected, all those kind of prompts that you get with the voice assistant that's built into the headphones. Those prompts are really loud, and a lot of headphones do this, but I just wish you could turn that down. So it should just be set, the prompt should just be set to the volume that the headphones are set. And I don't know why a lot of headphone manufacturers don't just do this by default. It's really annoying when you've got these headphones set very quietly and then someone screams at you through the headphones, "Hey, you've got medium battery. You've got medium. Do you hear me? You've got medium battery." So yeah, that would be nice if they could fix that with the firmware update. I don't know, is that just me? Let me know down in the comments below if that annoys you as well. Hopefully Jabra will update that with the firmware update. That would be really nice. Despite those minor complaints and firmware updates that I'd like to see happen on the Elite 45H, they really do act like a more expensive pair of headphones. They really do punch above their weight class. They're lightweight, they're comfortable, the sound quality is pretty good, and then when you run it through the MySound Plus feature, they become a lot better, so you get much better sound quality. The noise isolation is great. It's not active noise canceling, but you're not paying for active noise canceling, so you save on the price there. And the noise isolation is one of the best in class, I think, of these kind of headphones. So if you don't want to pay for ANC, if you don't want to pay for the ultra premium sound quality, if you don't want to pay for over-ear headphones, and you just want the best headphones that you can get that are on ear at this price range without ANC, then the Elite 45H are a pair of headphones that you should take a close look at. Let me know if you have any questions about the Elite 45H down in the comments below, and while you're down there, hit the like and subscribe buttons. I'll have new videos for you every week. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.